Warning, this guide contains weeb content and is rated PG. Viewer discretion is advised. The Charioteer is a British Tier 8 tank destroyer that is the result of British autism when it comes to thinking of new tank designs. This thing, much like anything British, is literally another desperate attempt by the British to make a tank destroyer that isn't just about going forward or getting repeatedly, but raped on the hentai bulge on top. This thing was made for a purpose, and that is to experience the suffering of every tea drinker while regretting and thinking that British tanks are This thing was made for a purpose, and that is to induce erotic noises and ahagaho moans every 8 seconds when you shoot that soft spot of every shitlord ass with BESH rounds. And carry games like a god. Of all the tier 8 tank destroyers, this thing is the most fun of all. Because you get a shell that is equal to getting inserted on every time it fires. Apart from that, it also has a decent camo for a tank destroyer. The Charioteer also goes as fast as how your favorite Soviet medium got sold out in the tank auctions last Christmas. To play the Charioteer, you must be the epitome of overcarrying every games by spamming nothing but BESH rounds. The Charioteer is essentially the child of a Cromwell and a Centurion 7/1. As a result, you have the ability to go around the map and play this like a Hellcat. Which also means that the Charioteer has a clear case of identity crisis, because dumb fuck idiots couldn't comprehend on how to exactly play the Charioteer, whether it be a medium or a tank destroyer. And despite being one, and having a tier 10 gun at tier 8, which nowadays isn't anything special for tank destroyers, this tank can do sniper tank tactics in a bush. You can also do that with other tank destroyers of its tier, but only better. You can sometimes play support and second line. It also means that shooting for 2000 meters in the back isn't the only thing you can do in this thing. And it also means that you won't get scared when people turn their enormous animal penis in your direction. The Charioteer is not a medium tank, so it isn't a good excuse to play it in the front to die a few times. Here's how you carry teams like an anime protagonist. You get rammer, protected modules and improved optics. Next you get enhanced gun laying drive, improved assembly and improved control. Next you get vertical stabilizers, toolbox and consumable delivery system. For provisions, you get spool liner, tea, and pudding and improved fuel. For consumables, get an automatic fire extinguisher, a multi-purpose restoration pack and a repair kit. Because you are a drunk ass tea drinker, you only load HESH for You load mostly APCR and premium HESH. After that, go watch a hentai on your other monitor that is actually good. To do epic pog carry in the Charioteer, you have to know that it has the ability to go almost everywhere around the map. So you use it to take certain positions where your team can spot while you farm damage. The Charioteer doesn't have much alpha unlike other tanks of its tier. So every time you see asses, you shoot HESH. If you see weak spots, you shoot HESH. Always remember that the best way is HESH. If you want to play aggressively, you go with teammates on one flank and play support. You have the ability to go and support your teammates when you try to trade shots, as long as the enemy reloads. The Charioteer gets 10 degrees worth of an anime main character's depression, so you take advantage of hills and ridges to hide your hull or hide to reload. You also abuse this to shoot at shitlords who can't fire back at you. You can also camp bush to hide your tank, but you cannot do this all the time. The Charioteer is as thick as the anime protagonist's waifu, so you try to play the role of an annoying bitch that is clueless about anything except for harassing the main character. You can also flank, but you don't go forwards every time. The Charioteer isn't a medium tank. The armor is as laughable as how Wargaming tries to make new tanks every time. The dispersion is bad as fuck. The accuracy on the move is bad, so you don't push forward thinking that you will hit something. But there is an exception, that you can play this tank like a medium, but only if you have stupid shitlords acting as your meat shield. Because even dumbest shitlords who spam he with totally get your tank wrecked. If it happens, then you do bad and get no damage. If you miss or bounce your shot, then you do bad and get no purple points. This is not your fault. The Charioteer painfully has a shit gun dispersion and aim time, which means you have to be patient to play this thing. So if you feel like playing this like a dumbass and going mad, you load HESH and watch as you helplessly farm the enemy's HP. To be able to carry teams and spam HESH like a real protagonist, drive a medium tank and focus on smooth ride, smooth turret traverse. Then get firefighting, repairs and close combat master when driving a heavy tank. Next, get camo, smooth turn and clutch braking when driving a TD. And last, train soft recoil while driving a light tank. After that, do whatever shit that you want to fucking do. And that is how you play the Charioteer to maximize the wonders of HESH spamming. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below on how you think of the Charioteer. Click the link on the screen to watch other ridiculous Unicum guides.